March 20th, 2026. We are in Zion, Utah. We're headed towards the Zion National Park. There's plenty of motels, hotels, restaurants, everything you want. Bicycle rentals, helicopter tours, and at the moment traffic is not bad, it's not backed up. I stayed in St. George, Utah last night at a Cracker Barrel, and I tell you, traffic was terrible in St. George. It was, I mean, the roads are good. It's a good sized town, but I don't know what was going on. I was thinking, are all these people going to Zion National Park? Is it going to be crowded getting in? Well, I'm here going into Zion Canyon, and traffic is fine so far. We'll see what happens when it gets to the national park. So, but this is nice so far. Plenty of things to do. Before I forget, please be sure to subscribe, like, make comments, share it with your family and friends. A lot of cars parked around. And here we are coming into Zion National Park. I figured there'd be like a half-mile long traffic to get into the national park, but nope. Now going in here, I'm not going to be probably not going to get out and walk around. This is going to be a drive-through, but no guarantees. If I see something interesting and I can park and get out and walk, I will. So let's get into the gate here first. Okay, we are in Zion National Park. There is a visitor center just as you go through the gate. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm not big on stopping at visitor centers. I'm a traveler, not a tourist. But it probably gives you get a lot of information about the park. But I'm here for the scenery, and I can see it. I'm sure they give you the history of it. Probably a lot of very interesting stuff. Interesting information, but I'm not going to take the time to stop. Now, before you get to the actual Zion National Park, the mountain scenery, the cliffs, the spires, they're beautiful too. I mean, we're going into the canyon. The park does not cover the entire area. So this is the kind of scenery that is around everywhere. And you can the fee is $35 per vehicle, personal vehicle. If you want to walk in, it's $20. I use my lifetime pass. I paid $80 for it last year, and I've gotten more than my money's worth. If I had to pay individual fees at each national park and national monument I go into, I'd be in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So if you're able to buy a lifetime pass, or even just an annual pass, and you're going to be out here in the Southwest, well, anywhere in the country where there's a lot of national parks, that would probably be the way to go. See, I'm a senior. There are a few benefits to getting old. Roads are good. Traffic's not bad. You're going to go through it slowly. If you're a passenger, you'll get to look all over everywhere. If you're driving, you better keep your eyes on the road. You can kind of glance off and you can see what's ahead of you, and kind of to the sides. Middle of March, things are greening up. We've got new leaves on the trees. Just gorgeous. There's a pull off there if you want to stop and take some pictures or just look around. Cleaned my windshield this morning as best I could, but there's a drive out here, so there may be a few bug splatters on the windshield. But that's life. Magnificent. With these winding roads, you'll see shots of the same thing, just from different angles. There's another pull off. Another big pull off. We're just going back and forth, winding up the canyon wall. I'm kind of hugging the yellow line because there's some places there's no guardrails, and a lot of places it's just a stone wall that's maybe 2 feet high. Some places it's just 8 inches high. Another pull off. My apologies if the camera aims up at the sky or someplace it's not interesting. Give it a minute, or less than a minute. Zion Mount Carmel Tunnel. Going into tunnel. Turn lights on. Remove sunglasses. No stopping. Kind of dark in here, even with the headlights on. Wonder why they don't put lights in here. Okay, and the tunnel is following the cliff side, and there are openings in the tunnel. We're not exactly stopping, but there's someone up ahead that's going kind of slow. Gonna get to another opening in the tunnel. Not as big as the last one. Okay, I think you get the idea of the tunnel, so I'm going to shut down. There is light at the end of the tunnel. People were slowing down at the openings in the side of the tunnel that you can see out and see the cliffs. But there's only, I think, just one, maybe two, that was big enough to really be interesting. I mean, you can just look right out real quick. You didn't have to slow down. All right, we've got a bus coming through, and I think they shut down the other lane so the bus can drive down the middle. It's Utah Tech University. Probably do that for tour buses and I also think, I'm not sure, but I think that if you have problems driving through a tunnel, they'll drive it through for you, and I think there's like a $15 fee to do that. All right, we are stopped, so I'm going to cut the camera here in just a second and pick it up when we can get moving. All right, we're moving again. This line of traffic, oncoming traffic, they're backed up because of that bus that's going to be going through the tunnel. So I'm sure on the far side of the tunnel, they'll stop traffic and it'll back up on that side. And then that bus will be able to go through, and then all these cars will be able to go through. So you may have a minor inconvenience like that. But coming through here, man, this is well worth it. Well worth the trip. This is gorgeous. There are places you can go hiking, and got some people parked over here, and they're going up a trail. I'm coming from west to east, so I waited till the afternoon so it wouldn't be getting glare of the sun in the windshield. But you're going to be twisting around, and you might get a little glare here and there. just keep going up and up and up. And looks like we got another tunnel here. Headlights on, sunglasses off. And it's just a short tunnel. Tunnels are kind of neat. Traffic is good. I'm right behind one car ahead of me, and we've got plenty of distance between ourselves. Not like going through here slow moving traffic or anything. There's a pull off there to the left. Nobody's pulled off. There's a truck that's gonna kind of close to the yellow line. Pull off. And I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I'm not holding traffic up. There is a vehicle behind me about 100 feet, but it's not like there's a line of traffic. Pull off there. Looks like some bathrooms. It's a fun drive. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do any walking, but I'm going to do this just for you. Let's do a pull off. The small one. If you want to pull off here, you can walk down the trails into the mountains or into the canyon. I'm walking up here on the crest of a outcropping. Pretty easy walking. And if you want to, you can walk on down there into deeper into the canyon. I'm not going to. I hope this is enough for you. We're going to turn back down, look down the canyon. Just beautiful. Take a shot through this tree. Even the dead branches on the tree are interesting. Zoom out a little bit. I have a tendency to keep it. Did I say zoom out? I meant zoom in. Zoom out. I don't know. Zoom out. Okay, we lucked out with that bus going through the tunnel because that stopped traffic that's coming up behind me. There was only 2 cars that were behind me. Gave me an opportunity to get out, take some videos. Walking around. It's just beautiful. If you're the outdoorsy type, this would be the place to come and hike. One of the many places. Our national parks are just magnificent. Let's give a round of applause to the National Park Service. Some people pulled over. Looks like they're getting ready to go hike in. They're putting on their backpacks. Another reminder, always have water. If you're going into the back country, have plenty of it. You may think, oh, I got a bottle of pop, that'll do me fine. The sweetness of pop does not quench your thirst. I think this is going to be a long video, and I hope you are sticking with me. Little pull-offs all over. Seems like every couple of 100 feet, which is nice. Gives people a place to pull off if they want to go hiking. People want to take photographs. You're just getting the view pretty much from out the front windshield. That's Checkerboard Mesa. But just all around. I mean, we are in the canyon. And everywhere you look, just another gorgeous sight. Okay, we're coming up to Checkerboard Mesa viewpoint, and we are going to pull off. I've been here before, so I know this is kind of neat. Okay, this is Checkerboard Mesa. This famous formation was originally named Checkerboard Mountain by Preston B. Patro, the third superintendent of Zion. Standing at 6,670 feet, it was named for its checkerboard appearance caused by the horizontal cross-bedding of ancient sand dunes and vertical cracking due to expansion and contraction of the sandstone. And neat. A lot of people out here hiking. A lot of people just driving through. Okay, that was Zion National Park. And the canyon is going to be beautiful going back down. But that is the national park area. So please subscribe, like, make comments, Let me know if you've been here. Let me know if you want to come here. This was a great day. Traffic was good for me. It was great.